A woman can bring a new love to each man she loves, providing there are not too many. The fact is that I find most men are more open, more generous, and much more stimulating than the majority of females I know. Girls shouldn't worry about being the equal of men in the business world. Men who think that a woman's past love affairs lessen her love for them are usually stupid and weak. What the world really needs is a real feeling of kinship. Everybody, stars, laborers, Negroes, Jews, Arabs. We are all brothers. Consider the fellow. He never spends his time telling you about his previous night's date. You get the idea he has eyes only for you and wouldn't think of looking at another woman. Why is it you always meet people when you look your worst? I think one of the basic reasons men make good friends is that they can make up their minds quickly. There is just no comparison between having a dinner date with a man and staying home playing canasta with the girls. Nothing's ever easy as long as you go on living. An actor is supposed to be a sensitive instrument. Isaac Stern takes good care of his violin. What if everybody jumped on his violin? I know about a man's needs for a sex symbol. I'm a girl. My public is growing up just as I am. After all, I'm not 19 anymore, and if I stick with the sex bid, who will be paying to see me when I'm 50? Only the public can make a star. It's the studios who try to make a system out of it. What's the good of drawing in the next breath if all you do is let it out and draw in another? Having a child, that's always been my biggest fear. I want a child and I fear a child. We human beings are strange creatures and still reserve the right to think for ourselves. A man has a tendency to accept you the way you are, while most women immediately start to pick flaws and want to change you. A sex symbol becomes a thing. I just hate to be a thing. Girdles and wire stays should have never been invented. No man wants to hug a padded bird cage. Fame may go by and so long, I've had you. If your man is a sports enthusiast, you may have to resign yourself to his spouting off in a monotone on a prize fight, football game or pennant race. The public doesn't mind people living together without being married, providing they don't overdo it. If you spend your life competing with businessmen, what do you have? A bank account and ulcers. Husbands are chiefly good as lovers when they are betraying their wives. It's not too much fun to know yourself too well or think you do. Everyone needs a little conceit to carry them through and past the falls. Fame doesn't fulfill you. It warms you a bit, but that warmth is temporary. A woman can't be alone. She needs a man. A man and a woman support and strengthen each other. She just can't do it by herself. Friends accept you the way you are. I have noticed that men usually leave married women alone and are inclined to treat all wives with respect. This is no great credit to married women. Black men don't like to be called boys, but women accept being called girls. A man is more frank and sincere with his emotions than a woman. We girls, I'm afraid, have a tendency to hide our feelings. Dreaming about being an actress is more exciting than being one. Before marriage, a girl has to make love to a man to hold him. After marriage, she has to hold him to make love to him. Designers want me to dress like spring, in billowing things. I don't feel like spring. I feel like a warm red autumn. Being a sex symbol is a heavy load to carry, especially when one is tired, hurt, and bewildered. The girls would bring the fact to my attention, not always too delicately. The boys, however, never bothered with the subject. They were my friends, not because of the size of my wardrobe but because they liked me. The truth is, I've never fooled anyone. I've let men sometimes fool themselves. Naturally, there are times when every woman likes to be flattered. To feel she is the most important thing in someone's world. Only a man can paint this picture. Creativity has got to start with humanity, and when you're a human being, you feel, you suffer. You're gay, you're sick, you're nervous, or whatever. With fame, you can read about yourself, somebody else's ideas about you, but what's important is how you feel about yourself, for survival and living day to day with what comes up. An actress is not a machine, but they treat you like a machine. A money machine. When it comes to gossip, I have to readily admit men are as guilty as women. I've found men are less likely to let petty things annoy them. The thing I want more than anything else? I want to have children. I used to feel for every child I had, I would adopt another. If you can make a girl laugh, you can make her do anything. All my stepchildren carried the burden of my fame. Sometimes they would read terrible things about me, and I'd worry about whether it would hurt them. I would tell them, "Don't hide these things from me. I'd rather you ask me these things straight out, and I'll answer all your questions." There are many times when a woman will ask another girlfriend how she likes her new hat. She will reply, "Fine," but slap her hand to her forehead the minute the girl leaves to eat. What a horror!